Welcome back to the channel. Here's a technical look into the menu system by 70my T800-41, which is a dual 4K and 1080p internal camera. Before we get into that, let's have a look at a video. Here's some footage straight off the dash cam.
Yeah, what are they?
They're geese. They're geese. Yeah, I think they're a special type of geese.
Thanks guys. See you later. Green beaks. Had a little technical difficulty with my camera, so I had to change to another camera. So we're up to formatting. We're running at 4.9 volts, 1.3 amps, 6.5 watts. On the 12 volt side, running at 12.8 volts, 0.6 of an amp, 7, nearly 8 watts power. We'll format it. So this is a 512 gigabyte card being formatted. That responded pretty quickly, I must say. It's a large capacity card, so I expect it to take a little while longer than a normal card. Format successful, and we have 3 cameras. Here we have one camera, that's the interior camera, the rear camera, the front camera. Not that it really looks very well, it looks very good. So I'm just going through the different cameras. Doesn't look like I can get it to display just one image. Microphone is off, turn the microphone on. Okay, so we'll move on from that and go back to this. We'll jump into this. Should be to lock videos. Internal recording cam is off. So now that's not to lock video. I'll just move this out the way for a minute. On the side, I'll show you this soon, there's a green button. If we press it once, we turn the screen off, turn the screen back on. If we press it twice, we go into emergency video recording. The power increased a little, power usage increased just a little. So it's still doing a recording an emergency video. It's 4.934 volts, 1.5 amps. So that's running 3 cameras, 2 of them are 4K. IMX 678 Sony sensors on the front and the rear camera. Now let's jump into menus. So we've got video settings, system settings, that'll be, it says smart travel, but that'll be the ADAS, parking surveillance. They're the files that are saved on the SD card. And video settings, system settings, right, so get back to video settings. So video settings, we're back to video settings. Go in there, video encoding format. It doesn't say what format it's using. It just says high compression, low compression. I find that a little confusing. I'd like to see what it's talking about technically. We'll leave it on high compression. Image specifications. Front cam. We can have 2. We can have 3840, or basically 4K, or the one below it is 1080p. Both of them with HDR. We'll stick with the 4K. The inside camera, you only have one option. It's not really an option, is it? We have HD recording for the internal camera. The back camera, again 4K. Also have the option of bringing it down to 1080p. I don't know why you'd do that. Pointless, I reckon. What else has got in there? So that's all there is. There's just 3 options there. So So we'll get out of that, we'll go down, recording duration. 1, 2 or 3 minutes, is there any more? No. So you can only have 1, 2 or 3 minutes, there's no 5s or 10s. We'll stick with 1 at the moment. What else we got here? Internal recording camera is on. If we press that, we turn it off. Press that again, we turn it on. Picture quality. Front camera demisting mode. Rear camera transparent mode. Now I don't know what those two functions are. And in the 7 pages of the manual, there's nothing written there. So that's something I'll have to look into. That was picture quality, picture in picture. So we have picture in picture, or we can have screen display, which is showing the 3 cameras, or the front cam and the cabin cam, or the front cam and the rear cam. They're all the menus. There's 3 options. At the moment it's front cam, cabin cam and rear cam. I'd like to be able to switch that while I'm inside when I'm running the camera. Not having to come into a menu. Coming into a menu is annoying. So that was screen display and picture in picture. So we get out of them. Is there any more down here? The logo, we can leave that on. The speed, we'll leave that on. Longitude and latitude, I would normally have that on, but I'm taking that off while I'm doing this. The refresh rate. Now, previous experience tells me that if I put this at 50 Hertz, which is what my mains frequency is in Australia, I'll only get 25 frames per second. I'd prefer to have 30, so I'm leaving it on 60 Hertz. And the 55 Hertz, I believe, is for Japan. I go there, and it looks like out of that, re-recording cam mirroring, so we can rotate the image. I'll leave that alone. Re-recording cam flipping, so we can flip the image depending on how you place the camera on the rear window. Live remote broadcasting always on. I think that might be to do with 4G, and or when you've got the phone connected to the camera directly. So it'll always be transmitting. That's pretty cool. Then we've got system settings. Wi-Fi hotspot. It didn't work. Wi-Fi on startup, yes. Wi-Fi frequency range, 5 gigahertz, because that's what my phone uses. Done those 3 menu settings out of that. Sound, on-off tone, button sound, audio recording, speaker volume. It's at medium. What's it sound like at high? Ultra low. Let's try ultra low. Back now, we're at a high or medium now. And we're back to where it was. Audio recording, speaker volume, and that's the end of those menus. It doesn't have an indication of the amount of menus within the sub-menus. There's no numbering. Screen standby mode, always on. Always on, and I press that. It doesn't really say what it's just done. It just keeps going backwards. So we can have a clock screen by we can have a clock screensaver. We have the screen off. It doesn't have the speedo display for this testing. Auto off when stopped. So never 10 or 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 10, 20, never. I'll leave that on never. Time, manual calibrate the system. I mucked it up earlier, so I need to set the time because when I first started the camera I pressed a button and I couldn't get back. So you need to do that after you need to come back in. You need to come back into the settings to set the time, date and time, if you messed it up at the beginning. So we're in the 6th month, and today is the 11th, I believe, and the time is probably close to that. No, it's way off. It's 1:45. Way off. Oh, we'll go the other way. 45. I'm going to drop the 1, is it? Okay. 1:45 still. Yep. System time has been changed. Save, yes. GPS auto timing, yes. Select the time zone, and in Australia it's 10. Darwin, Sydney, Adelaide, Solomon Islands. Sydney. Select time zone, we're just in there, and I'll wait there again. Daylight savings, that's pretty neat. Let's see what it does. Just turns it on or off, okay? And then it goes back to manually calibrate. So the daylight savings doesn't really do timestamp daylight savings. System language, well, it's already on English. Date format, my preference is actually date, month, year. Speed, the measure of speed, I like kilometers. Satellite positioning, let's see if it's found any. Yeah, it's found a few. This is inside. That's enough satellites to work out where the car is. And back out of that. Download the app. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so it gives us, so the T800 inside its menu gives you the opportunity to scan this so you can download the app to your phone. Then you can control the camera via the phone. It's a nice little touch, really. And about. So at the moment it's running at this. Current version is 1.0.115 It was published on the 19th of the 5th, 2025. There is no up and down. That's all there is. We can format the card again, but we're not going to because we've already done it. We could restore factory settings, but we're not going to because it's just new. And then we're back to the beginning. So we jump out of there. The ADAS or smart travel. Emergency videos. Record emergency videos. Oh, yeah. Okay. It actually did it. I don't know why. We're still running at, the voltage is at 4.93. Current is 1.5 amps. It's 7.5 watts, and at 12.8 volts it's 700 milliamps and around the 9 watts. So we'll go back in the menu. We'll go back over to here, that's where we were. Emergency video. And then we'll go down to sensitivity. It's on medium. I'll just leave it on default. So I'll get out of that. Now ADAS, it'll want to do all sorts of things which you can't do because the camera is on the table. So we'll enable it, but so there's a line ran down the screen splitting it. Keep the front end centered and the horizon within the highlighted area. So we'll just get out of there. We'll have to do that when it's fitted in the car. Voice control is on. The language. Alright, well, we've got various languages here. I'll go through them just because somebody watching this video will be able to identify what the languages are that might suit them. I'm pretty sure that's Italiano. Okay, so 2 Asian languages, English and Italian. Now that might be updated later, because this is the first release of the camera. So we're back to the beginning there. We'll go on to parking now. Probably can't do much in parking because I don't have the car kit or the LTE module attached. 24 hours is fine. Collision detection, oh yeah. So no cables detected, so that won't work. So we get out of that. Motion detection will probably be the same. Yep. We get out of that. Time-lapse recording, same again. If you don't have a hard wire kit, then the parking surveillance features don't enable. Screen display when you're in parking surveillance mode, recording footage, front cam and cabin cam, front and rear, front, cabin and rear. Because I'm using this as a demonstration product, I'll put it on all 3 cams. Multi-camera video will increase device power consumption. Do you confirm? Yes, I do. And we go on. Duration, collision detection. So we're back to the top of the menu. Here we have the album. Entering the album will stop video recording. Continue, yes. So there's 62 videos since I started this demonstration. And they're all really exciting green screen stuff. And you'll notice up here it's saying 1362, 14 of 62. It's showing here it's the rear camera, the front camera, see the F on the top right corner, the C for the center camera or the cabin camera. It's changing the date stamp as well. It's 14508 front camera, 14508 cabin camera, 14508 rear camera. Moving to the next one, and now it's gone down to the 25th. That's because I had to fix the date. So the dates are out of whack because when it first started it didn't have the correct date set. That's videos. Emergency videos. Bumping this camera has triggered some emergency recordings. Here we have there at 11, on the 11th of the 6th at 1:47. There was only 6 videos. It's nothing in parking because I don't have it. Time lapse, there's nothing in time lapse. Front cam photo, no photos. Internal cam photos, there's no photos. Rear cam photos, that's pretty cool. Then we go back into video settings, system settings, the ADAS, the parking, the album, and video settings. So we've just gone through the entire menu structure. Well, that's the end of this video, and the next one I'll do will demonstrate video footage with the camera in the car. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope that helped. This is the 70mm T800 dual channel 4K IMX 678 Sony sensors with the internal cabin sensor at 1080p. That's it. Thanks. Cheers.